Hello everyone, Mike Starks with RE/MAX Town & Country here. Today I'm bringing you my mid-year real estate report for Fredericksburg and Gillespie County. So let's just start by talking about the total sales volume for Gillespie County. And we're actually down in total sales volume for this year as compared to last year. For the first half of 2018, we've sold about $123 million. And for the first half of 2017, we'd sold about $145 million. So the total sales volume this year is down approximately 15.7%, or around $22 million. And we'll talk about where these missing sales are in a minute. But for now, let's just get straight to everybody's favorite topic, and that is in-town home sales, Fredericksburg city limits. Here, we've seen just about on par numbers with last year. Total sales for 2018 so far are at $42 million, and 2017 first year, half of the year sales were about $43 million. And really we're just down like 150,000 year to year. And shoot, that's not even a whole house in Fredericksburg. And the total number of homes sold this year is up. This year we've sold 117 homes so far as compared to 115 homes back in 2017. One unexpected thing for the housing market right now is that we've actually seen a slight decrease in the average home price for the first half of 2018. In 2017, we saw an all-time high with the average price of a house hitting $386,000. And for the first half of 18, house prices in town are at $366,000. So that's down about 5.2%. And you might think, well, that just means smaller homes were being sold, but the average price per foot saw a similar decrease in this year. In 17, the average price per foot in town was $209, and the first half of this year, the average price per foot is $201, so about a 4.2% decrease. So if you're a buyer out there right now, is not a bad time to maybe try finding that house you're looking for. Now, is this a trend? I think it's too early to make any determination on that. We'll just have to see how the next couple of quarters go. I'll actually be surprised if we don't see those prices tick back up a little by the end of the year. Another concerning thing about just talking about in-town homes, which I've talked about before, like at the end of the year report in 2017, is that the current inventory is continuing to be priced higher and higher at rates which may have a negative impact on the market. And what I'm talking about here is, as I just mentioned, the average sold price for a house in town so far this year is at $366,000. But right now, the current list price of a home in Fredericksburg is $502,000, which puts the per foot asking price of an in-town home at $256 a foot, just on average. And that's a 21.5% difference between what sold comps seem to be indicating and what current sellers' expectations are. Now, we do have to keep in mind that these are just averages, and right now we do have a lot of higher-end homes and a lot of short-term rental homes on the market right now, which certainly accounts for some of the disparity between what things are selling for and what things are listed for. But nevertheless, I think we have a lot of inventory out there right now that would not appraise for what it's listed for. But that said, we're really still in a great housing market for in-town homes, and I really don't see that changing anytime soon. Then, moving on to land sales. First city lots are really moving fast this year. In 2017, we'd sold 30 lots. In the first 6 months of this year, we've already sold 40 lots. The average price for a lot has jumped up to $83,000 this year as compared to $72,000 at the end of 2017. That's an increase of about 13.2% in the cost of this city lot. And I also see kind of a connection here with the hot lands lot sales and the home sales we were just talking about, because I think a lot of people are just seeing the in-town lots and deciding maybe they can just build what they want without spending a whole lot more than if they buy something existing. So next, let's move into the raw land sales out in the county. Here we've seen a pretty sluggish first half of the year. Total sales for Gillespie County this year so far are at $32 million, and at the midpoint last year we'd sold about $46 million. So we're down about $14 million in total sales for just raw land out in the county. And really I think the main reason here is just a lack of inventory. In 2017, we'd sold about 98 land tracts, and so far this year we've sold 72 land tracts. Now, 2017 was actually really a tremendous year for land sales, and we saw a lot of gains in the price per acre across the board. But we've seen some of those gains pull back a little this year. Just looking at the average price per acre for all land sales in the county this year, we're currently at $9,883 per acre, which is down from 2017's high of $10,389 an acre. But we've also seen segments of the land market increase, like smaller acreage tracts, such as, say, 1 to 5 acre tracts. This year has jumped the average price per acre to $47,563, which is well above last year's high of $43,555 per acre. But we sold fewer of these 1 to 5 acre tracts, which is showing in the total sales volume for the whole county. And the lack of sales here, I feel somewhat is just due that there just aren't that many great small acreage tracts out there. Probably the busiest segment of the land market this year has been the 10 to 25 acre tracts. Here we've already seen 27 sales this year, and we've also seen that segment of the market increase from 2017's average price per acre of $16,179 to this year's $17,560 per acre. And some of the larger tracts have just been kind of slow moving this year, and we've seen a decrease in the price there. But I think it's a little too early to tell how the larger tracts will end the year. Commercial sales, this is another spot where we've seen a decrease in the total number of dollars sold. In 2017, for the first half of the year, we'd sold about $16 million, and this year we've sold only about a little over $8 million. And that's like a 50% decrease, which sounds huge. And of course, the 50% decrease is big. But you can really trace that $8 million difference back to just a couple of commercial transactions that happened on Main Street last year. So just for the quick recap, we're still really seeing a strong market for the first half of 2018, with total sales for the county down, mainly due to less commercial sales and larger acreage sales. Home sales in town and city lots are still hot, as well as smaller acreage tracts out in the county, while the larger acreage ranches are just a little bit slow. But really, all in all, Fredericksburg and really the Texas real estate market in general and the economy still looks great on a whole. The only real concerns right now would be inflation and interest rates, and of course the need for attainable housing here in Fredericksburg. But really, for now, the future for the real estate market is continued growth for the foreseeable future. If you'd like to get more information on any of these numbers, you can visit my site. If you're on Facebook, I'll have a link up above for that. Thanks for watching.